everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Heels Up. I am Vlad St. Valentine, and with me, as always, is the only one who matters, Mr. Reggie Lincoln. What's going on, man?
Nothing much, man.
Oh, sorry. I don't have alcohol with me today. Hi.
Oh.
Yeah.
Sober today, huh?
Yeah. Well, it's not because I want to be sober. It's more of the fact that I've packed on like 25 pounds since COVID started.
I think I gave you the 25 pounds that I lost.
Dude, I got down to 185 and now I'm back up to 207. So
I wish I weighed that much.
This cannot stand. So we're going back to the minimizing the alcohol intake a little bit. Sodas and water. Well, I should cut mine at sodas, but we just had dinner and Anyway, but today is a very, very special day, ladies and gentlemen. We have a very special guest with us. Back for the first time in a long time, the one, the only, Mr. Caidan Ramos.
Woo!
Yeah.
Woo!
We have the pilot who basically steers this ship for us. We were lost in the fucking seas. You know, we were rudderless. We had nothing.
Back now.
Actually, we might actually get viewers again now. Yeah,
man.
Because we'll have someone to fact check the dumb shit we say and
I know, right?
So you'll keep me around for it to Google, huh? Google shit.
Well, yeah, until I can afford one of those little hey Siri, who won the Battle of Cons, whatever. You're it.
You're our Siri.
Yeah. So first up is Randy Orton. He's out and he gives his usual I'm a badass speech and then talks about the championship match coming up at Clash of Champions and says because Drew McIntyre's status is questionable, he might be able to defend his title. And if that's the case, they should just give Randy the belt because, he's the apex predator. He's a badass. I don't know. He started to explain the reasons why, and they weren't really important because we hear an ambulance go off and we know that,
that BMF is showing up.
Drew drives the ambulance back in, walks to the ring. Orton, God bless him, does the whole no, kind of shakes his head, eats a Claymore and has one of the greatest, he has one of the greatest knockout rolls since Glass Joe in Tyson's Punch Out. Okay. It was a great knockout. Just
great.
Roll. Yeah. Oh, it was good.
Yeah, the dead weight arm. Yeah,
the dead weight arm was great. Oh, Randy can knock out with the best of them, and he also knows how to sell something for the entire night. Remember, it happens.
Yeah.
Oh, it was great.
Sean.
So after Drew gets his first kick in of the night, and again, I guess, spoilers, we get some footage of the Hurt Business backstage for the night where they're picking on a janitor, doing their little bully thing. And then we get Apollo Crews making his entrance for a 6-man tag match. And then we get another segment. And there's this weird thing they've noticed they're doing lately where they intercut entrances with backstage segments and stuff like that.
I guess the manatee got a new ball.
What, mixing up stuff? It's like they had the plan sheet for the night and it's like a comedic scene, like a romantic comedy, the cute little intern and the big wrestler, they bump into each other and they spill all their notes. They pick them up and they're all flustered and they're flustered, locking eyes and see each other. They don't realize they mixed them all up. And then that's how they recorded the fucking show. It's just.
They got new interns.
But that music plays that dun 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 this fall. Dun 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 dun. Prepare to love. Dun 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 dun. The WWE. Dun 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 dun. And Hugh Grant present. Dun 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 dun. Love in the squared circle. Dun 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 dun.
Don't give WWE any ideas.
This is gonna be a fatal attraction.
A four-way fatal attraction, yeah.
Fatal four-way attraction.
But after Apollo comes out, we cut backstage to Drew, and he gets confronted by Adam Pearce, who, tells him, you're not clear to compete. You need to go home. And Drew, makes up some excuse for I'm on my way out. Don't worry about it, lads. I'll be out in a second.
I came what I came to do.
Yeah. That's what I came to do. Yeah, no worries. So Adam Pearce gives one of his, you better not fuck up speeches to the security guards like he always does. Shake harder, boys.
Showing out the security, of course.
Well, it might as well be the speech. Shake harder, boys, because that's about as effective as they are. Ooh, retribution. We'll get you next week. So after the Adam Pearce Drew bit, we get CEDRIC, the entertainer, coming out making his entrance for the 6-man tag. And while he's on the ramp, he gets attacked by all three members of the Hurt Business. They came out and just wail him a little bit on their way to the ring, interrupting his entrance, and
It's
then,
like you've just been the main target lately, just beating the hell out of him.
well, it's divide and conquer. You keep getting whooped on while your buddies, they ain't taking care of you. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, but Apollo and Ricochet were all already in the ring.
they run down there, but again, it's like Cedric's tired of taking the ass whooping. So as we'll see later on, the match was not much of a match. It was just Apollo was in peril for the first part. And again, as soon as the match started, I didn't really want to see it because we saw them get their just dominated in the underground last week. So those three to me are not a viable threat anymore.
Yeah.
No, they're not.
So
They're definitely not.
Apollo's getting worked over by all three men. And then eventually he gets a little bit of a hope spot and he goes to make that tag before he can. Cedric the Entertainer turns on Ricochet, slings his ass all around the side of the ring. Man, did you see Rick's spine like bend around the barricade when he tossed him over there? That was rough looking, man. But Apollo's, like, what are you doing? Then turns back around to deal with, Shelton. And when that happens, he eats a lumbar check, followed by what's he call that jumping flatliner?
Pay dirt.
The pay dirt.
It's the pay dirt, and Shelton gets the 1, 2, 3 while Cedric looks on smiling from his corner, then he walks out, and Her Business looks standing tall, and Cedric, they're looking down at Cedric like, and he's looking up to him. So it was what it was.
Yeah.
It was about time we knew this was going to happen. It was just like they're paying off all their like the stuff they've been building up for a while, like the bubbling tension. All the slow burn shit starting to build, starting to pay off. The Bailey and Sasha this past week, and
honestly, as a fan looking at this, I don't blame Cedric. I really don't blame him. Like it's like, where are y'all? Every time I get my ass kicked.
Well, yeah, if this is Alistair's, bitch too, if he ever actually says what his bitch is, then I won't blame him either, So.
I'm getting jumped on a weekly basis and y'all just show up at the last minute. Where are y'all? Y'all know this is going to happen.
Yeah. And he screams and acts frustrated when he hits that lumbar check, like it was a spur of the moment thing that he just snapped. But like later on in the night when they do that 8-man tag and he's like actually in the Hurt Business or whatever, like he's got matching tights already. Like, where'd he get the tights from if he didn't already plan this going on here? So like, I realize storyline wise, it's not supposed to be premeditated. It's just like, are we supposed to think that like, MVP's like, had these tights made for you, man. I was always hoping you'd come.
Yeah. I mean, he did make his own title.
I guess. So after the 6-man tag match, we go to commercial. After that, we're going to have a match between Angel and Andrade versus Street Profits. Angel comes out first on the ramp, and Andrade and Selena just like bolt past him, don't even look at him. They're obviously pissed at him.
Yeah.
And again, this is not, tonight the matches were not much of matches. You know what I mean? It was less wrestling, more storyline this evening.
Which is good.
I wasn't complaining. There are some nights where you get some class A wrestling matches, and tonight was one where the story was coming first, and most of these matches ended in something wacky happening. Andrade and Selena are obviously upset with Angel, and they're kind of, Andrade's in the ring against the Street Profits, but they're kind of giving Angel shit on the apron, and he's decided he has enough of it and starts to fuck off. Basically leaves Andrade in a 2-on-1 situation, and he just what's Dawkins movie hit him with?
The cash out?
Yeah, he hit him with the cash out and then
That's
the splash.
Yeah, cash out, splash, 4 pins Andrade, and Angel's just like, poop, whatever, walks out and leaves the two of them. So maybe this is a split for them.
Douche move, man.
Well, we saw the split coming. That one seems a little lackluster as far as the payoff
took
goes.
Too long. They dragged that one out.
So, well, they had to get him past the title matches at the last pay-per-view. So, yeah, it's interesting to see that Retribution and Angel's cowardice is what caused this. So, I don't know. I don't know that I care as much about this as I do about, the Iconics even breaking up, or, the BS breaking up, or, we just got a lot of breakups going on here.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Oh, man, it's Heartbreak Hotel up in here. Damn it, Elvis, leave us alone.
But after the match, as the Street Profits celebrate, Shinsuke and Cesaro show up, these SmackDown champions, and challenge the Raw Tag Team Champions to a champion versus champion match next week. So I keep wanting to say championship, but no, the titles are not on the line.
No title.
It's just champion versus champion.
We want the best versus the best.
Not yet. This will probably be another match at Clash of Champions.
You think they'll do the title versus title and unify the way they do the women's, so we don't have to worry about one tag team?
Yeah,
I think they should.
they should.
Because they only have like 3 operable tag teams on every fucking on each show,
Which is why I think they shouldn't. Actually,
no,
I think they
unify it that way. You can have more tag teams in the division. Just spread them around both shows.
You unify them. You give them to Cesaro and Shinsuke, and have them go back to NXT because that's where everybody wants them.
Have them take the WWE championships down there, tag team champions.
Well, yeah, they can go and wrestle down there. That's what people want.
With the titles.
What
Vince will never let his titles.
What you gonna do? Take the they're gonna take the NXT tag titles from Breezango too.
I mean, Bailey and Sasha went down there and wrestled with the titles.
Yeah, but they didn't lose the titles.
No, I'm not saying they're going to lose, but I'm just saying.
Oh, you can have them on for a night, but I thought you meant have them on there permanently as part of the NXT.
No.
Okay. I was like, that's why I was like, no.
No, but that gives them an excuse to go to NXT where people want to see them.
Oh, and have them on a pay-per-view where they're trying to get the NXT titles to unify all 3 of them, being the undisputed tag team champions.
Like,
I would like to see that, actually. I would actually like to see them succeed, moreover. To be like, how you look when the heavyweight champion and boxing champions come out, like everyone holding up all 3 of their belts, you know.
Yeah.
Do that for Cesaro and Sheamus, or Sheamus. Shit, I'm sorry, I'm going back to the bar.
Bar 2.0.
Yeah, bar. Yeah. See, I'm so sad about that. Why aren't they even hanging? They're even hanging out. He's back. They haven't even called each other.
Yeah.
Like again, you think that must have been a bad breakup. You know, Sheamus like opens his closet and still sees the matching kilt and bomber jacket outfit they had, and he just like.
Like the Bar was a great tag team.
He's like stalking Shinsuke's Instagram. He's like
black and white filter and just.
What does he have what does Shinsuke have that I don't? So after that, we got a quick segment of R-Truth fighting off some ninjas and Akira Tozawa in a restaurant. It was cute. It was funny. It was fun. Nothing much to report, though. It was what it was.
Classic R-Truth.
Yeah, classic R-Truth. He had some good lines in this one, but complained to the restaurant manager. He's like, you're not going to make it on, what was it? Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives serving ninjas or whatever. Yeah. Silly. After this, though, we get Peyton Royce versus Billy Kay, their first
singles match.
Yeah, come against each other. And there's a little like slapping each other, nastiness back and forth at the very beginning. But I thought this was just going to be a squash match for Peyton to, get her over. But Billy actually got more offense in on this than I figured she would. And this was a fairly even match. But Peyton Royce does win. The
one that should win.
The result was never in question. We know that Vince has broken the team up so he can push her. So she ain't going to lose out the gate. But Billy Kay cries a little bit and Peyton Royce gives her a hug afterwards. So if you're not going to push Billy Kay, at least make her the manager for Peyton Royce's single push.
Mm-hmm.
Or because move her to the show and give her a push. To the other show and give her a push.
I don't know. I selfishly, I don't want them separated because they're funny together. They're funnier together.
I guess Vince wants to turn Peyton into more of a serious.
I don't know, maybe, but they're hilarious together, and that's their appeal. I don't like they're good wrestlers, but like what makes wrestlers stand out is the gimmick. You know that better than anybody.
Yeah, that is true. That is definitely true.
I think that's why they let Billy get in a little bit of offense today to show that she can actually wrestle.
So pretty much next we go into a segment with the Mysterio family. They all come out and Ray talks about how he can't wait to heal up to beat Seth up. And then Dom talks and while they're all talking and everything, Murphy comes on the screen, interrupts them, and calls Dom out to a street fight.
He's trying to prove himself to Seth again, get back in his, Messiah's good graces. So we're gonna have a street fight between those two later on. And I'm glad to see that they keep giving, Dom chances to
redeem.
Well, not to redeem, just to work in the ring and show off his skills and stuff like that. And he's working with, Murphy and Seth, who are still, pretty sure hands. So this is just another night for Dom to get some more work in. So cool. And Murphy's always fun to watch, man.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But again, this is something that not only helps that kid get a little more of that, that rookie playing season on a little bit, more. It also does like most everything else tonight. plays a good chunk in progressing our current storylines in a pretty satisfying way. But we will get to the match later on.
Yeah, that'll be our main event. So, all right, next up we have a tag match between Lana and Natalya versus Milky James and Oscar. I mean, Mickey James and Oscar.
Freud was right.
Oh, Freud was right.
It was a good match.
This was actually a match, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. It was.
This one had a finish to it, didn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like Lana actually showed some improvement.
More
improvement.
I feel spoiled in the WWE when I get a finish in a match now. Wow. This one was it was filler, but it was a match. It was all right. Lana has been improving, but there wasn't a whole lot to this one. Asuka wins with the Asuka lock, and kind of showing Mickey James, hey, this might happen to you. You keep coming with this belt, but we're the winners tonight. So
yeah,
is Asuka sending a little bit of message at Natty and Lana's expense. So
yeah,
it is what it is. They're a social media show, but apparently Vince just banned all social media. So God knows what Lana's going to do. I mean, this will be you fired my husband. That's one thing, but you kicked me off, TikTok. That's it. I'm quitting the company. This will be the straw that breaks that camel's
It's not
back.
that they can't use third-party things. It's just that they can't use their WWE stuff.
So they got to go by their real names now?
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
Which Woods always goes by Austin Creed in Up, Down, Down.
And Strowman always goes by the name Adam on the social media anyway.
And Paige actually just stated that she's going to start going by Soraya on all her Twitch stuff.
So after Asuka and MJ beat Natty and Lana, we go backstage to Cedric hanging out with his new buddies in the Hurt Business. And, MVP and Bobby are, basically welcome up with open arms. So glad you, finally came around. But they kind of walk away and Shelton Benjamin's kind of doing the creepy investigator from, American Dad, the overly suspicious,
Yeah.
Okay, you can go. I know it couldn't possibly be you. And Smith, I'm on to you.
I feel like you're up to something. I'm watching you.
Yeah, he's like, if you hadn't really had a change of heart, then, I'm going to find out and yada, yada, yada. So got a little distrust playing up there, but, Cedric reassures him and go about our day.
And next we go into the VIP lounge where they finally introduced Cedric as a new member. It was great. It was great. It starts something up. And
they give him his own Hurt Business t-shirt. They had to actually go special order medium because no one else in the group wears medium.
But as they do the introduction, of course, it gets interrupted by the Viking Raiders.
Yeah, I was like, the Viking chumps came out and I was like, oh, they're here to get beat up again. And they came out with Apollo and Ricochet. I'm like, yeah, the cavalry's here. I'm like, this is just 4 guys I've seen get beat up before by the Hurt Business again. So
yeah, tonight was the night of the Hurt Business.
Well, they did run them off for, spoil the VIP lounge for a little bit. And so after this, we go to commercial and come back with a 8-man tag match because apparently there's only there's only 8 guys working backstage. We just have to rotate them through matches, I guess.
I guess so.
All right.
COVID.
Yeah, I understand. I get it. Yeah. I just, fuck, we don't have people for enough matches tonight because we're doing the 6-man. That's using up, 6 guys. It's like, had the same match, but just add 2 more later. It's genius, Bill. Fuck. It's good shit. Good shit.
Such good shit.
Such good shit.
So the 8-man tag match, they actually didn't make the Viking Raiders and Ricochet and Apollo look like complete chumps. They isolated MVP for a good while and kept him from the other group and worked him over a little bit.
Yeah. MVP and Shelton ate up most of the face team offense while Ricochet ate up the offense from the Hurt Business.
I can't wait till Ricochet's contract is over and he gets somewhere else that actually uses Ricochet like Ricochet.
Oh,
AEW.
Don't let AEW get him.
AEW's gonna get him. He's gonna fly.
Can't wait. Can't wait till
Speaking
Cody
of
signs
flying,
him.
we seen something very brutal in that match. Ivar.
Oh yeah. So this match, actually, I was trying to think about how it ended. And this match basically, I think, ended early. Ivar does a running dive to that. Now, maybe not because everyone did kind of a flurry of finishers and stuff. But Ivar goes to do a dive through the ropes up to the outside onto the Hurt Business to take him out. And as soon as he lands and rolls over, we get the and he's hitting it hard. So that was heartbreaking to see. When we watched it back a little bit, you can see him land on his ankle.
It was nasty.
Yeah.
Very nasty.
So
wish you well, brother.
Yeah. I've got no idea how long he's gonna be out. There was no update for him. We did see him getting tended to at some point. Did we just see him getting tended to, didn't we?
Yeah, we did. We saw him get tended to while he was there. MVP was under him.
Yeah, MVP's leg was still pinned under him. So I was like, it's like, guys, I appreciate the man's injured, but if you could just get this giant, cow off of me so I can get my leg out. I'm starting to lose feeling in my toes.
Yeah, and at the end of it all, they had to end it early when Cedric hit Ricochet with a Falcon Arrow.
Oh, yeah, he was the Michinoku driver.
Oh, I'm sorry. Michinoku driver. I don't know where I got Falcon Arrow from.
They're very similar. It's just Falcon Arrow to the back, Michinoku to the head, or to the back of the shoulders.
Cedric ended up winning the match, but Ricochet, it looked like Ricochet kicked out early. So he can protest that.
So, yeah, it was obviously that Rick was supposed to kick out the Michinoku driver 1-2, but the ref just is like, nope, 3, ring the bell, because they were calling it for Ivar. So
that was brutal though, man.
Yeah.
I hated to see that.
It's sad. Ivar's popularity is pretty high, like Otis, the big dudes in these tag teams,
and snatching women up and everything like that.
Them turkey legs and stuff. So here's hoping that the big man
I hope it's not
I was looking stuff up, see if there's any update, but nobody's updated anything yet. So
okay. Yeah, if we find something out, I mean, you guys will probably have heard about it somewhere else first, but if we find out, we'll let you know next Friday. But yeah, damn it, get better soon, man. I hope it's nothing but it looked bad. And it's a nice sprain. It was a bad sprain or something. I hope it's not like he didn't snap the thing in half or something.
Yeah.
Oh, I hope not either, man.
Yeah, we get to see KO going into the underground, and he talks a little trash to Shane. It was actually a nice little funny back and forth. But after this, we're going to get Randy Orton versus Keith Lee. And looked like Randy was trying to get a little bit of his heat back because he got a little more offense on Keith this time around and ultimately ended up hitting the RKO. But before he can even take advantage of it, we get
out of nowhere
Claymore number 2.
Oh, and Orton wins by disqualification.
Yeah, with that hardly matters at this point in time.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
So he's looking up at the ring, lights, trying to remember where he is. So
and Adam Pearce comes out and complains to Drew, of course. Hey, Drew said, "Hey, okay, I came to do what I got to do. All right, I did it. I'm out of here."
No, that was the first time. The second time, he's like, "Oh, I forgot my phone."
Well, no, Adam comes out and talks to him on the ramp. That's when he's talking to the interviewer backstage when he's leaving again. But after he kicks Randy's head off, he's walking out, and Adam Pearce comes top of the ramp. It's like, "You're only putting yourself in jeopardy." Blah blah blah. It's like, "That's fine. I guess I'm leaving. After the Keith Lee and Randy Orton match, we go back to the Raw Underground, and Aleister Black is beating up some chump, and KO finally comes into the ring or whatever, and we get the KO versus Aleister Black match to start. Yeah, they roll around the ground a little bit, and then they fall out of the ring, and KO slams Aleister against the side of the ring a couple times, and then he falls around and acts hurt. I didn't even see how he got injured. Mm-hmm. And then we cut away from it, and we thought that was it. We're like, okay, that was something to put on television, I guess.
Yeah. Raw Underground's matches are usually that short, so
yeah, that was pathetic, but okay. Yeah, nothing was resolved here. It's like the third ejaculation of the day. Like, yeah, you might still be horny, but like nothing's coming out. You don't really feel anything. You're just like,
Jeff, it is like a weak ejaculation.
Okay.
Jeff.
Okay.
So after KO and Aleister Black are done rolling around backstage in Shane McMahon's $1 million Fight Club ring, it's weird, man, because he's like the rich kid's son or whatever, and like he's got this underground fight thing. Oh, it all just feels so fucking seedy. Like, it's like
he's paying his friends to fight for his own entertainment.
Yeah, like you expect as soon as the cameras go off, he's gonna be paying a couple of women to go ass to ass in front of them all. They throw dirty, crumpled hundreds at him and stuff, and laugh maniacally. But they gotta pay for their heroin addiction. So what's Jennifer Connelly gonna do? But we come backstage after that stupid match, and Adam Pearce is apologizing to Randy, and Randy's like, "Your words mean and your promises mean absolutely nothing. You need to be keeping, Drew the hell out of here. So your promises mean absolutely nothing to me." And then Adam, like the like the kid being yelled at by his dad turns around and kicks the dog. You know, he just takes his anger out on the security force. Like, all right, come to your job.
Grr.
Shake harder, boys.
Oh, you lousy Springfielder, you shake harder, boy.
All right, so after we come back, we're going to our first of 2 handicap matches. We're starting off as the Riot Squad versus Shayna Baszler. Shayna Baszler was giving it to him, honestly.
She always does. She usually beats the hell out of whoever comes in her way, but ultimately this one will be the Manatee's first and favorite ball they love to play with, the roll-up victory. The roll-up victory. Liv Morgan gets the roll-up on Shayna Baszler, and Nia gets to laugh her ass off a little bit about that.
Nia giving them a little lip.
Yeah, and again, this match was less about the match and more about the storyline. You know, Shayna and Nia are arguing over who's the baddest. They were arguing over that they saying they could, you know, beat the Riot Squad on their own, hence why they're having these matches. It's going to be Nia versus the Riot Squad by herself in a little bit. And these matches are just a product of their ego getting out of control to teach them a lesson that they're going to have to work together. It's basically every fucking Marvel or DC team-up movie, but, you know, told with, you know, haystacks and Wednesday.
Yeah, pretty much.
So,
but after that, we go back into Raw Underground where we see KO and Aleister Black still fighting again.
Yeah, this time they spill out to the outside, and this was a time Ali got a KO on an arm bar, you know, on the side, and he just picks Aleister up and slams him on the side of the wall over here. It was a nice little spot. But after that, they started brawling with some people on the outside. And
glad they punched that guy in the zebra shirt.
Yeah, a couple of times. And like KO, like it should be one of those like punch the guy and can get him away from you and go back to the problem at hand. But no, like KO just kept going after him. He's like, what the fuck's that shirt? And he deserved it. He really did for that shirt.
Just for that shirt, yes.
Like, unless you're The Rock in 1998, you're not going to pull that fucking shirt off.
Or a referee.
Yeah, after Aleister and KO round 2, we go to the Nia versus Riot Squad match. Now it's her turn to take the 2 members of Riot Squad on. And she, you know, does her big woman spots and looks like she's holding her own for a little while, but eventually we get interrupted by Retribution again, which immediately made me just check the fuck right out. Yeah. But we finally got something a little different. I mean, they had some graphics put up, so they finally, you know, paid somebody on Fiverr to make them a cheap ass banner.
Yeah.
And we actually got them to talk for a little while behind some, you know, crappy voice modulators. And the way they talked, it sounded like they were fired wrestlers, people recently let go, like maybe Drake Maverick's leading the group, but I didn't see any little people, so probably not.
No. No. The smaller ones that they've had so far have all had long hair. So.
Yeah.
So we're saying that the male delivering the last bit of that promo sounded like who?
Well, actually, that was Reggie who said it sounded like Dominic Dijakovic.
Okay.
Very badass wrestler from NXT. Like, he's really good. I think he's one of them.
What would be his cause for being part of this group, storyline wise? Something happened? Did he get blown off in NXT or something? Or
well, he was great friends with Keith Lee, and Keith Lee let him get hurt by the guy who beat him for the NXT title.
Yeah, I don't know. It seems like one of those, you know, if you recover a little bit financially and you wanted to hire a couple of people back before they went to one of the other brands, you're like, all right, we'll hire you back and we'll do it secret and we'll have to bring you back in this way. I don't know. That seems like, especially with some of the lower talents, they didn't really have much to do with, but they decide like, nah, these are good rookies. There may be some potential here. Let's bring them back for this. And it might be the way to introduce them into the main roster.
Yeah.
I don't like the Retribution thing. I haven't liked it. Now that they finally gave us some sort of manifesto and that it's not a political thing. They're just a lover scorned essentially.
Yeah.
I'm a little more at peace with it and a little more tolerant because I thought we were going to get some heavy-handed political speech from somebody, and I didn't want that, you know? So now that I know I'm not going to get that, now I'm a little more open to seeing what Retribution's about to do. So I actually didn't mind this segment. So it was what it was. Retribution interruption without anyone getting beat down tonight, even though they said their goal was to destroy every WWE superstar and whatever else. So it seems like their group has gotten a lot smaller now. They're trying to start to introduce them. They're trying to focus it more down to like the 5 or 6 people who are actually going to be in it.
And question, are they now, since they put the banner up and everything, are they now just exclusive for Raw? Or are they going to do SmackDown as well?
I imagine they'll do both.
I imagine they'll do both.
Okay.
They're probably they're going to try the best they can to slowly just do away, I imagine, with the brand split so that Fox can have whatever wrestler they want and gets popular.
Yeah, so we go back to Raw Underground, and KO and Aleister Black still going at it. They spill to the outside, and this time they bump into this massive giant of Dabba-Kato.
Yeah, Darkwing Duck. They run into him on the outside, and first Aleister Black runs into him, and then he's looking a little offended by that, and then KO pushes him out of the way to get to Aleister, chucks Aleister back in the ring. He gets in there, and they don't realize that fucking King Kong's climbing in the ring behind them. So
They done stepped on his J's.
Oh yeah, and that's when Dabba-Kato just choke slams the hell out of Aleister Black. Correct?
Yeah,
he attacks KO and then he attacks Aleister. I forget which order he does it in, but either way, he lays both men out.
And it looks like he's the winner of the night.
Yeah, Yabba Dabba Doo is standing tall over both men by the time this is over, and he looks like a terrifying human being. So we'll see how his wrestling chops are and something a little more formal at some point in time, hopefully. And then I would kind of like to see him versus Keith Lee if he can actually go in the ring. Just size-wise, it looks like that might be fun.
Him or Reigns.
Or him or Braun. Could Braun and Show put on a good big man match because it was like the first time either one of them could do like a wrestling move with another man because there was someone who could support their weight.
Yeah.
So it was fun to watch them wrestle each other because it was like, oh, Big Show could actually do wrestling moves. He just doesn't have anyone who can pick him up and do those things. Okay, that's what that is. Got it. It was neat.
So after all of that commotion in Raw Underground,
after Dubstep beats up Aleister Black and KO, we go
backstage and see Randy Orton.
Yeah, giving an interview. And just like, Drew's third punt of the night was given while he was trying to do an interview, Randy's going to eat his third Claymore. He gets hit from behind.
Oh, yeah. Like in the ring or whatever it is.
Yeah, the little half-ass fake interview ring they got backstage.
Yeah, like.
The hell is that?
Yeah, Drew just pushes.
Gets a training ring or something. Maybe a picture so they can do pictures with people.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Like a little, it's like,
yeah.
But it actually had, a proper little ring post set up. And so Randy's been selling his jaw all night long. God bless him.
Drew been pushing his jaw. Drew was pushing his jaw into the turnbuckle. The turnbuckle, the outside of the turnbuckle.
Yeah, the little bolts that twist in the turnbuckles themselves. And he throws him into the little fake ass ring and then sits there and kind of stalks him, almost Randy Orton style. As soon as Randy gets, up high enough to get another kick in the face, he gets another damn Claymore in the face. And, 3 for 3, man, eye for an eye. So,
yeah. And, the Manatee got their new ball.
Man, he got to play with his new favorite ball. He got to float the ambulance ball again tonight, guys. So after we come back from commercial after that, Randy Orton is getting carted out on an ambulance. So
at least Drew was nice and brought it to begin with.
Yeah, he did bring the ambulance. So he was like, you're going to need this later, laddie. So after this, we go to our main event, Dom versus Murphy. Dom comes out with his whole family. They're all carrying kendo sticks. He's got, his mom, his dad, and his sister there with him. And Murphy starts out the match hard, swift against Dom, takes it to him pretty good early on. And the fight eventually spills to the outside amongst the crowd, or the role of people and talking head things, which is still fucking creepy, man. It's so like cyberpunky, dystopian, like Max Headroomy. I don't know, man. It's weird. But Dom gets, I guess, on the second or third row and does a diving crossbody over the screens or one of the rows of screens onto Murphy. And Murphy, God bless him, took that whole thing. He sacrificed his body and took that whole thing. And that impact looked pretty nasty. But after that, though, we get to a point where Murphy tries to tie Dom up in the ropes and he's going to start working him over with the kendo sticks. And he goes to grab a kendo stick and Ray pulls it out of the ring. And Dom's like, fine, you want to get, or not Dom, sorry. Murphy's like, you want to get involved, and goes to the outside to start to pull a table out. And while he's distracted, mom and sister hop up, pull Dom out of the ropes. He runs, does the diving through, sunset flip powerbomb right through the table that Murphy was still trying to pull out. He had set up on the
announce table.
On the announce table halfway in the floor and just.
Yeah, that baseball slide sunset flip was.
It was nasty.
Yeah.
It was nasty, man. I liked it. I liked
Between that
it.
and the crossbody, Dom hit some brutal moves on Murphy tonight, and he needs to go back in the backstage and shake his hand when this is over because
Yeah.
those are pretty
Oh,
nasty
yeah.
hits.
Buy him a good steak dinner or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Or maybe this is just the receipt for those kendo shots. But
Yeah, that too.
But they tie Murphy up in the
in the ropes.
man, and
The whole family just gets a piece of him.
yeah, they just start working his ass over. First, Ray and Dom start doing the front and back the way they had done Seth and Murphy had done Dom a couple weeks ago. And after that, they're like, bring mom and sister and like, come on, yeah, come on. It's just like the sister doesn't like the sister, like she takes right to it. She hadn't mind. But the mom was like, I don't know. It's just like, just pretend like you're at the quinceañera again.
Yeah,
you know?
it's a pinata.
Yeah, just hit the pinata. You're fine. She's like, oh, I get the hang of this. It's fine. She was just confused because they didn't pull a blindfold out first. And then, they didn't have Murphy on a string.
Yeah.
That was just it. I'm glad you're back so I can make those jokes.
These
Yeah,
jokes are
at the
approved.
end.
What?
Said these jokes are approved.
Yeah, at the end, after taking the beating with the kendo sticks, Murphy just taps. He can't take it anymore.
Yeah, he paid attention. His lip was busted open. So I'm guessing there was an errant hit from somebody, and he's like, "I'm done. There's no more of this."
I can't take one in the face anymore.
Yeah, but he gets out of the ropes. Even after the match is over, the whole family just starts wailing on his ass on the ground. So, and while he was tied up, Ray starts talking to Seth. Kind of taunting him the way Seth has been taunting him. He's like, how you like that? Turnabout's a bitch. We got your boy over here and we're beating him up and we're working him over. But Seth doesn't care. Like,
No.
the same effect. That ain't his kid. He don't care if he already disavowed him and gave him the slap upside the head last week. The Three Stooges, get on out of here, sort of, I know it's supposed to be cathartic, but it doesn't really seem to have the same oomph to it, so to speak, because Murphy just seems like, disposable goods to Seth. So
Yeah.
it's like trying to hurt Harley Quinn and get back to the Joker. It doesn't really work that way, y'all. So, unless it's, the Suicide Squad movie, in which case, he actually cares and stuff, which is, fuck that movie. All right. Is that it?
Yeah, that was it. The night ended with Murphy still taking a beating from the whole Mysterio family.
Yeah, then it cuts to commercial. Then we, waiting for the next match, and we're like, oh yeah, wait, that is the end.
Yeah. Then what was it that started the Modern Family?
Family.
I'm like, man, these promos production values are looking great. Oh, this is Modern Family.
It's Modern Family, yeah.
Not bad. Yeah, so that was Raw. Again, it was much more of a night of storytelling than it was of matches. But admittedly, it did feel a little bit shorter than usual. I wasn't nearly as miserable as I normally was. So it was a better night than normal, I would say. But it definitely was not one that was wrestling happy.
It's been the story wise has been better than the last few weeks or so.
Yeah, it has. It has.
Yeah.
So I approve. It was good.
But to be fair, though, they've been doing a lot more slow burn stuff, and we're coming to a head with those things. And so sometimes we have to have just run of the mill episodes to get us through and make that slow burn actually be the slow burn. We have to go through, the weeks and weeks and weeks of drawing it out and planning it out. And like the BS thing, we were talking about that last week. How that
great credit to the writers.
Yeah, especially on BS, but like their breakup didn't come too soon or too late. I think that was just right on time. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Although I predicted it was going to come at
yeah.
Champions and with Sasha costing Bayley her title, but them squaring off the title, which will probably what's going to happen, assuming Sasha's knee recovers. Guys, thank you so much for joining us. That was Raw, and we're so grateful to have Caidan back in our lives. You're a beautiful man, and hopefully now that he is back in our lives, we will put out some of that content for you that we've been wanting to do. We recorded something new for you guys yesterday. Hopefully we'll get it out to you this week or next. But please please subscribe, please share, please say hi to your mom for me. And what do you want to say, Mr. Number 162 on the BW 500 list?
Well, you said all the cool shit. So pretty much, if we get 500 subscribers, I'll keep my promise.
Twerk videos from Reggie.
Yeah.
And I bought him a little mankini to wear during it, and it fits.
Whoa. We didn't say all of that.
He just pours into it.
Wait, we didn't say all of that. Now, the mankini could come once we get 1,000 subscribers.
We're just stepping this up. I'm just going to keep pushing it. You can't actually say this stuff because they'll actually expect it.
That's the point.
If we get 5,000 subscribers, we should do a calendar.
I will do a calendar.
Sexy guy calendar.
A sexy guy calendar. You know
So
what?
all you creeps that send me creepy messages on Facebook, yeah, you'll have a chance to see me naked in a calendar if we get 1,000 subscribers.
No,
Should do
5,000.
5,000
5,000.
All
We
right.
should do it dressed as wrestlers though.
A wrestling themed, like a fireman type calendar, but it's just us fat bear looking motherfuckers and
Yeah.
your skinny ass.
Yep.
Because you're not getting out of this. I don't care.
No.
I don't
Dude,
care what fucking where you park in a fucking
We're
parking
gonna
lot.
need
I know.
Miles and-
I've lost 2 pay-per-views so far, so I've already bought pizza. I gotta fucking watch a Yui Ball movie for God's.
Is that what
I
we
quit
said?
again. I quit again.
It's not just us 3.
Was that the punishment? You had to watch House of the Dead?
No, it was a Yui Ball movie, just straight up
Just-
Yui Ball.
It doesn't matter which one it
Yeah.
was. I think you're just punishing yourself. That's too far, man. No one should have to watch that shit. All right, guys. Thank you so much again, and we will see you hopefully this week with some new stuff. If not, we will definitely see you for SmackDown. Have a good night.